Today, we're going to show you the number one simplest Amazon business model that you can use to make money in 2024 and beyond. And Josh here is the person that's going to teach us this. And he's going to imagine, for the purpose of this video, I'm his new friend who, Josh, you're going to teach the entire process to. So with that being said, I think it's time to get in and show you how to make money doing this. Let's go.
Absolutely. Well, look, excited to get into it. And we're going to start off with one of our favorite resources. I'm going to pull you up on what we call our Sourcing Vault, which has been a resource 10 years in the making, a resource that we've used to store all of the online stores that we've been able to find these opportunities from to resell on Amazon. So I'm going to pull that up for you here. All right, so this is our Sourcing Vault. So just to give you a quick concept of what this is about, you can see we have 1,054 online stores here. And what we do is we use these stores to find products available at a discount that we can then resell back onto Amazon for a profit. So in here, we have stores from 3 different countries, the US, UK, and Canada. But for the purpose of this example, I'm based in the UK. So I'll show you a UK example first off. So we're just going to apply some filters here. So we're going to drop down to the UK and then go down to toys and games. It's one of our favorite categories to sell in. And we're based in, we are right now in the Christmas period, and it tends to those products do very, very well this time of year. And I'm going to show you an example of one of my favorite stores, this one here called Chaos Cards. So I've used this store for probably 4 or 5 years to be buying various different like trading cards and video game, board games and toys and things like that. So we're going to head over to Chaos Cards, and I'm going to show you exactly how we go about applying this process and applying using this business model to profit from Amazon. And right away, you can see when we land on the homepage, there is a big banner that says there's a flash deal on. So when we land on a site like this, we're looking for an area of the website that suggests we can get a discount. There are products available less than their regular price. So that'd be the sales section, clearance, deals. You can see offers here as well. We're potentially going to have a look in there. But anyway, I'm going to start off with this flash deal section. So once we click through to this section of the website, you'll see there's a whole bunch of products that are currently available at a discount. This one here was £24, now available at £13.95. And typically what we're looking for is anything that has a discount of about 30% or more off of the regular price. That's kind of where we're going to start our research. Now, I skipped over this at the beginning, but we have 7 different techniques that we use to find these opportunities. And the one that I'm sharing with you here in this video is what we call manual sourcing. So we start off with the store itself, and then we find the products that way. So there are a huge amount here. In fact, I didn't see exactly how many there were in the list, but we've got 27 different items that we can have a look through in this particular store. I have placed an order with these just recently, and I'll show you that in just a second. But for an example of one of a product that works out right at this moment in time, we have this Dragon Ball Super Card Game Ultimate Deck 2023. So it was $24.99. It's got 60% off right now. So what we're going to do to look this up on Amazon, see if it's something that we could potentially make a profit from, it's going to grab the product title here, highlight that, right click and copy, and then we head over to Amazon. And in the search box, we just paste that and give it a search. So then we're going to visually match it up with the product that we found on the source website. So here, this looks to be the same one. So I just flick between those tabs. Is it the same product? Do the pictures look the same? Am I looking at exactly the same one? So this is the Dragon Ball card game, Ultimate Deck 2023. Looks to me to be the exact same one, which is great. So what we do from this point is we now need to figure out, is this something that people are buying? Is it something we could profit from? And to do that, we have a tool installed on the browser. It's called Buybot Pro, the one we use. There are other tools that do the same thing, but this is just one that we happen to use here. And basically what it does is it helps us to pull back the curtain behind these products and find out everything we need to know about them. Because I know that when we're looking at products available at a discount on websites, you might think, well, are they discounted on those websites because nobody's buying them? Well, those are the sorts of things that we need to know and understand before we make a purchase. And this tool shows us everything we need to know. Just going to remind myself of the cost price there, $9.95. So what we do is we enter that cost price into the buy price box on Buybot Pro, and it's automatically pulled in the sell price. So we can see that Amazon's currently charging $24.99 for this product. So it's already populated that. So if I just hit enter on my keyboard, it's now going to update and tell us how much profit we'd be able to make if we were to buy this from Chaos Cards and sell it on Amazon. So right here, we can see £8.61 is how much profit we'd make buying that product and flipping it on Amazon for a profit. 86.53% ROI. Not quite doubling our money, but not far off. And I do believe we could purchase multiples of these. So let's say we bought 5, 49.75 is our total order value. We can change the quantity on BuyBot Pro, and if we just scroll down, it will show us how much profit we'd make if we were to sell 5 of them. We want to understand whether or not this is something that people are buying on a regular basis, because if we're going to buy 5, we want to know, are we going to have an opportunity to sell 5? And again, like I said, we can pull back the curtain on the data and have a look deeper into that and understand exactly what's happening. So in this section here, we have estimated sales. If we just hover our mouse over, we can see that this sold 16 in November. It sold 9 so far in December. We're not quite halfway through December at the time of recording this video. It wasn't doing quite so many sales earlier on, but it looks like it's a pretty new product to the market, and sales are picking up, and it's going to be something that's going to sell well, no doubt, throughout the rest of December, and certainly going to sell out if we were to buy 5 units. So this little arrow here shows us a predicted number of sales over the next 90 days. So it's going to sell 34. One of the things that I want to point out at this stage is one of the mistakes I see a lot of people make when they first start with this business model is they're looking for products that are selling hundreds and hundreds and hundreds a month. But that's not what we're looking for, because with these online stores, we can typically we typically only place smaller orders of 3 to 5 units. And the reason that we do that is so that we don't overexpose ourselves with having all of our available cash invested into just 1 or 2 different products. This way, we're able to buy 10, 15, 20 different products, get them all sent into Amazon and make sales on all of them, rather than just having all of our cash in one product that may or may not sell quite as well as we'd expected it to.
When I look at something like this, how do I, if I buy this and I'm going to make 86% ROI on this, right? If I sell it for $24.99, how do I actually get my version of this in front of people if I'm actually on Amazon? Like, how do I do that? Is there anything I have to do?
It's a great question. So Amazon works on a catalog system. So products are already listed. So the titles are already written, the pictures are already taken, and the description is already written. So what we do, if we've got one of these to sell, let's say we did go ahead and purchase 5 of these from Chaos Cards, and we wanted to list them for sale on Amazon, you'd need to have an Amazon seller account. And a simple way for me to show you is there's a little button that's just down here somewhere that you click, sell yours, which it's being pushed down by BuyBot Pro. So I don't see that here right now, but you can click a button that says sell yours. And then essentially what you do is you tell Amazon how many you have and how much you want to charge for them. And then your offer gets added to this listing. Another little section that I can show you here and point out is what we call the buy box. So no doubt many of you, if you've ever bought anything from Amazon before, which I'm sure is probably most of you, you'll have clicked this add to cart or buy now button here at least once or twice, maybe many more than that. I know I have. The price that you see in this area here is the offer that's currently being offered by one of the people that's selling this product on Amazon right now. So at the moment, this is Amazon themselves that are selling it, but you can see it says new 3 from $24.99. If we click that, we can see all the other sellers that are currently offering this product for sale. There's a seller called Zatu Games, there's Burning Tree Gaming. So both of those sellers have offers available for this particular product on Amazon right now. They're a little higher price than Amazon, which is probably why they're not in here right now. But let's say, for example, we would be selling it for $24.99. So we were to price it like that, we would get a share of this buy box. So throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, Amazon's going to rotate this buy box around. So at any given time, you can visit this product, and sometimes it would be Amazon that's in the buy box, and other times it would be another seller. So that's what we do. We price it at $24.99. So we're competitively priced, and Amazon would share that buy box with us, and then we get an opportunity to make a sale. And because we only have maybe 5, 10 units of these types of things, we don't need the buy box for long. So BuyBot Pro actually gives you a heads up as to whether or not Amazon is going to be sharing the buy box with other sellers, and it will even show a breakdown of the percentage. So buy box statistics. So if I click over the last 30 days, I can see what percentage of the time other stores, other sellers on this listing were given the buy box. So Amazon have won 82% of it, but there's 17% here with this store and 1% here with this other store. They potentially may have charged more money for those for their offers, which is why they didn't get quite as much of the lion's share of the buy box. But the important thing to note is that we don't need We don't need 82% of it because we're only buying in small quantities. We need to win the buy box for a very small portion of the time, maybe just 10%, 5% even. And we get the buy box for that period of time, our inventory sells out, and then we're good. We don't need to worry about it from that point.
Really quick, if you're enjoying this video, we have an amazing training down below in the description just for you, where we're going to teach you how to do this in even more detail. And what's even better is it's incredibly inexpensive, right? So go down below, go to the description, check out that training. You're going to absolutely love it. And with that said, let's get back to the video. And then even another thing someone might be wondering is, it says Buybot Pro calculates how much profit I'm going to make, but does it actually show like the breakdown of all the fees and stuff like that?
It does indeed. So let me just put the quantity back to 1 here, and then I can show you exactly how much we'd be paying in fees. Because this number here, this is your net profit after all costs have been taken into account. But let's see exactly what those fees are and how much we'd be paying. So under the details section of Buybot Pro, it shows us total costs. And if we hover over that, it's going to give us a breakdown and show us exactly what we're paying for. So we have a referral fee of £3.82. So a referral fee is essentially Amazon's commission. They have a percentage commission that they charge for products sold on their platform. So that's what you pay for to get the sale in the first place. And then we have FBA fulfillment fees. Now we use Amazon FBA, fulfillment by Amazon. That's when we ship our products to Amazon's fulfillment center where they are stored. And then when the sale is made, Amazon will pick, pack, and ship them to our customers for us on our behalf. So we pay £2.58, which if you've ever shipped anything yourselves using Royal Mail or any of the other couriers in the United Kingdom, you'll know that you wouldn't be able to do that for £2.58. So it's cheaper to use Amazon FBA than it is to do it yourself. Not to mention all the time that you would have to spend actually picking, packing, and posting, plus all the storage. And talking of storage,
correct cost. And also, just to say, Josh, for anyone watching this video, if you're a beginner, it's actually tracked delivery as well from Amazon in most cases. Whereas if you're shipping it yourself using Royal Mail, if you're in the UK, or USPS, if you're in the US, likely you're not going to be paying for the track service for a small item like this. Therefore, if somebody came to you and said, hey, where's my item? You'd say, well, I don't know, but I reckon it'll be with you any day now. Whereas on Amazon, we can actually see the tracking, which is really helpful. And that's why another reason why we recommend FBA as well. But sorry, Josh, you were going to move into something else there.
I was just going to talk about the storage because obviously with this business model, it means that you can run it from anywhere in the world because you're not storing your products in your home or in your office or anything like that. You can be based in Greece and you can sell on Amazon US. You can sell on Amazon UK. You just purchase the products, have them delivered to Amazon's fulfillment center, and that's where they're stored and then shipped. But of course, Amazon do charge us for storage. And if you're wondering what the storage fees are, well, for a product like this, you can see there is a 3p storage fee. So negligible, not that we don't need to be worried about that at all. And it's taken into account in this profit that we see here. Amazon Buybot Pro is taking into account 1 month storage. But let's say we thought, oh, well, maybe it's not going to sell in 1 month. Maybe it's going to be 2 or 3 months before it sells. We can just adjust the storage fees here, and it's going to take that into account. So we can account for pretty much all of our costs using this tool. There isn't much else that's not taken into account here that we need to consider. So yeah, these are pretty accurate numbers.
Okay, so we recently did a little bit of a case study here where we bought some of these items. So do we want to take a look at that now?
Yes. So I mentioned earlier on that I did place an order recently with this store. So this is the order that I placed. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different products. So on these stores, you have a series. I showed you there's a series of different items that have discounts, and look, not every item that you find, every product that has a discount is going to be selling for more and is going to be profitable. So we spend a little bit of time combing through, comparing prices on Amazon, and then we put an order together. So typically I'd do something like this. I'd buy 2, 3, 4, 5 different items, and I'd buy them in multiple quantities. So you can see how I spent a total of £397.22, and I bought 5 of those, 5, 10, 6. Pretty much all of these were the maximum order quantities for these different products. But that's what I like about this model. We don't have to go too deep into any one particular product. We can kind of spread ourselves out, and therefore we've got 7 different items here that we can sell. If we were to send these into the fulfillment center right now, we'd probably start selling items right away. But let's pick one of these as an example and just show you some of the breakdowns and what sort of profits we might be looking to make for these. Stephen, you said right at the beginning that this is something that we could do on a low budget. So if you are starting on a lower budget, you can start any end, whether you've got a small amount of money or a larger amount of money. But these here they were 99 pence each. So if I just grab the title of that, copy it, and we head back over to Amazon here, I'm going to drop that in the search box. We'll match it up to the product. So there it is, 50 Clues Part 3. You can see £10.97 is the current sell price. And remember, 99 pence is what we paid. So £6.30 profit, which gives us a 636% ROI. So I don't know about you guys, but I like turning less than a pound into multiple pounds in one go. What was it? I think 4 of those was the amount that we bought. Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
So based on 4 of that, we'll spend £4 and we'll make £25.21 off of just one product on one store. And remember, in that sourcing vault that I showed you at the beginning, there are 1,054 different stores. And how many products do you think are available on those stores? I'm going to say that's going into the hundreds of thousands, potentially even millions. One of the stores we buy from has millions of product lines on it, full stop. So huge amount of opportunity, a huge amount of opportunity. And this being just one store, it took me about 25 minutes to put this order together, just flicking through. And you can see how quick it is once you get into a bit of a rhythm. You copy and paste the title, look to see how much it's selling for on Amazon. And if it's not selling for much more on Amazon than what you can buy it for, you just skip straight over to the next product. And you can get into a rhythm of it.
And Josh, just a quick question. The £400, which, by the way, for those of you in the US, this is the exact same methodology that we teach in the US as well. As a matter of fact, about 60 to 70% of our students are from the US. So if you're looking at, say, £400 there, let's call it $500, something like that, invested. What would you say is your average return on investment in this order, approximately? Because obviously they're not all 600%, right? So what would you say you're looking at there, approximately speaking? So we could then go, well, we spent or invested £400/$500. What do we reckon we'll turn that into?
So we typically work on about a 30% average ROI. So for every 100 we're putting in, we're pulling 130 back out. It's pretty dependable and predictable on that. This was a particularly good sale, and a lot of these are giving much higher ROIs. But of course, and they're relatively low cost products. So we will order products up to about £400 or £500. So when we're looking at £400 or £500, we're not making a 30, 40, 50% ROI. We're probably making something closer to a 20% ROI. But of course, the profit amount that we make is that much larger. So we look at it on a relative scale. We're prepared to take a lower ROI on higher priced products because the amount of profit we make is bigger. 30% is probably an average.
Well, that's great. So let's just say it was 30%. I think it's probably a lot more in this order, to be honest, but let's say it was 30%. So if we take $500 invested, we're going to turn that into $650.
Yeah,
approximately. So you put in 500, you got back 650, right? Therefore, like, how long did it take you to find these deals, would you say, approximately?
I spent about 20, 25 minutes, and I did this on my phone, because there is a companion app for this that you can, for BuyBot Pro, you can do the same thing on your smartphone. So I was actually in between, I'd gone to drop my children off for school, and whilst we were sitting in the lay-by waiting to go into the school, I was researching on the website and place those orders. So again, you can do it on a computer, you can do it on a smartphone, it can be done from anywhere in the world. And I do this, again, I'm addicted and rather obsessed with this model, you might say. So when we're on holiday, I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm looking for products that we can buy when I'm sitting on the beach, and placing orders to get them delivered, so that when I get back, I'm getting them all sent into Amazon and profit from them.
So for 20 minutes work, $150 in your hand, but obviously you got your money back as well. So that's great. So let's take a look, because obviously some people might be watching thinking, hey, is it only in the UK? We prepared a US example. So we've got a totally different store, totally different product. We'll take a look at that now, just so you can see that it applies exactly the same to the US as well.
Yeah, so this is one that was just picked up by our team just the other day. So here we have a higher price product, so $99.50. But as you can see at the top here, they have a 30% off sale for 3 days only. So we just have to enter this coupon code, which I've already done. So if we go to our cart, we can see that $69.95 is our total purchase price for this. So I've already matched it up to the product on Amazon, and you can see it's currently selling for $137.38. So again, if we just scroll down to that buy box, which it would normally be far higher up the page, but BuyBot Pro pushes it all the way down. So there we go. 138 is the current sell price. So in fact, it looks like we may need to just change that
One other thing I'll just point out for those of you that are watching, Amazon are not selling this themselves. It's a third-party seller, and that third-party seller is actually shipping it themselves. They're not using fulfillment by Amazon. Therefore, if you were to have this exact item and use FBA as what we're teaching you, you would get access to the buy box very quickly simply because you're using FBA.
Absolutely. And this Buybot Pro does have this full breakdown of all the other people that are currently on the listing, showing you how many they've got in stock and all that kind of stuff and all their price points. So these ones here that are highlighted in green, those are the Amazon FBA sellers. So you can see this person here at $144. They would normally be in the buy box over and above this person here at 138, because like Stephen said, they are shipping themselves. They're using fulfillment by merchant. But if it's just that at the moment, these products are on their way to the fulfillment center, which is why you can see the delivery date 19th of December here, but these are on their way. So at the moment, they're not yet available for immediate delivery, being this key time of year. But if they were available, they'd be in the buy box and we'd be able to achieve probably this 144 if we were to be selling it. So there's the opportunity to make more profit. And again, we're looking at a 54% ROI and a just shy of $40 profit.
Just to be clear for you watching, like that means you're growing your money by 54% every time you sell one of these. So the name of the game here, as I'm sure you can tell, is you want to have lots of different products you're consistently sourcing and bringing into this business, and you're consistently flipping. Now, obviously, we do have methodologies whereby you don't even do this day to day. Actually, one of our top students, Rob Dallas, who's actually a coach with us as well now, he doesn't do it. He has all this outsourced. So you can outsource all of this as well. Just to let you know. And we also do, if you go down below into the description, you will see we do have something where you can learn how to do this in a lot more detail. And we've got great over-the-shoulder examples of sourcing and all kinds of really cool stuff. And it's super inexpensive. So if you want to check that out, go down below and you can see that in the description. But overall, Josh, this is the methodology. We have our sourcing vault that we created after many, many years of doing this. But ultimately, if you were doing this, you would go and find a website. You can find things at a discount and you can go from there. And Josh, like you can do this in places like Walmart and Target and those kinds of stores as well. But would you just say in general, where you find the better opportunities are in these kind of smaller stores, or what would you say to that?
Yeah, so absolutely, you got the big stores, your Walmart, Targets, Macy's, those kinds of things, and they're great. But my favorite stores are ones just like the first one here that I showed you, Chaos Cards, because they are sort of a smaller, lesser known store. They cater to a very specific niche of the market. They sell like trading cards and board games. So those are the types of stores that I prefer to spend my time on and do what we call sourcing, finding these products. So I'd go to a specific beauty store if that was something you're interested in, or a pet store, or tools and things like that. Go to a store that specifically sells that, and you'll find that you can pick up some really, really great opportunities. But I think that's the other exciting thing about this model. We don't specifically need to just sell toys and games. That's what I focused in on here because that's my chosen category. But if there's a passion or interest that you have, there's a pretty good chance that there's a lot of other people that are buying those products on Amazon. So you can start there and kind of branch your way out.
Awesome. Well, Josh, thanks so much for showing us today. I always love doing these videos. If you love this video, do give it a like, and also do check out the link in the description where you can start to work with us even more. Come into our community, come into our world, and we can teach you how to do this at an even higher level. But for me, it's a massive thank you. And Josh, thanks for being here today. I really appreciate it.
No sweat. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you another time.